I think the best way to sum up my evaluation of it, whether it's the collective unit or components of the unit, is that we've been better with every outing.
Welcome back to 5-Star Matchup. If you like what we do, please consider supporting the show by becoming a member today. There's a join button below. After a tumultuous start to the season, our beloved Pittsburgh Steelers face the New York Jets in what amounts to a must-win game with much tougher opponents on the horizon. While everyone's been focused on what's wrong, today I'm asking, how do we get better? And more specifically, how do we win? I've got 5 simple tips for the Steelers to right this ship. Let's get into it. Step 1, get after the quarterback. It looks like Zach Wilson will be playing in his first game of the season after coming off a rough-looking knee injury, and it's up to the Steelers to make him question things and feel uncomfortable from start to finish. While Flacco had only been sacked 5 times in the first 3 games, he was also forced to run around the pocket at times and get rid of the ball too quickly at others. Their passing game has actually been quite successful, with Flacco sitting 5th in the league in passing at this point, but that's a bit of a mirage considering they've played the entire season from behind. Alex Highsmith can and should continue to eat, but it's time for Cam Hayward to be Cam Hayward. Step 2, throw the damn ball! But don't get saucy. The Jets sit 29th in the league in yards per attempt given up through the air at 7.4. They've also given up 7 passing touchdowns, which is second worst in the league through 3 games. We've all discussed ad nauseum whether Mitch or Matt Canada is the problem, and all I hear from people on Twitter is how great our wide receivers are. Well, my guess is we'll see a lot of sauce on Diontae, and that means it's time for Claypool and Pickens to become a real part of this offense. Mike Tomlin said this week that he felt the Steelers' offense had been getting better each week, and while I'm not sure I fully agree with that, it's time to put up or shut up. Or else, we're going to have to revisit the Kenny conversation. Step 3, get a lead. Is it that crazy? I believe wholeheartedly that so many of the Steelers' problems in the last year and a half stem from the fact that they have been utterly incapable of playing from in front. They haven't scored a touchdown in the first quarter in something like 12 games, and that's not good enough. It makes it harder for the defense to attack, makes it easier on the opponent's defense, and limits the usability of the run game. This being Zach Wilson's season debut, you'd expect him to be a little rough around the edges, especially early. And if he can't lean on his run game, the Steelers' pass rush should be able to cause him fits. That is, of course, if they... Step 4, stop going 3 and out. Okay, I know what you're thinking, no duh, Steve, but I'm serious. The Steelers are going 3 and out on offense a stunning 33% of the time, which is second worst in the league, ahead of only the Bears, who have yet to even throw the ball 20 times in a game. This doesn't even need to improve that drastically. If they get that number closer to 25% of the time, suddenly there's significantly less time that the defense is on the field, and the time of possession is closer to even. Besides turnovers, there's no better way to consistently lose winnable games than losing time of possession, which the Steelers have so far done to an extreme extent in the early part of this season. Step 5, have some f***ing fun. Does that sound stupid? I don't think it is. It feels like there is just so much do or die pressure on this team right now. People are talking about receiver mutinies, dissecting every single quote like it's the Zapruder film, and chanting for Kenny Pickett. You know why fans are screaming for Pickett? Because a lot of those people had fun watching him play football. For the entire Matt Canada era, this offense has been as stale as a day-old baguette, and if I'm being honest, it just isn't fun to watch. My point, which has been my feeling all year, is what exactly does this team have to lose? Whether you want to hear it or not, this is not a Super Bowl team in 2022. So why are we playing every possession like we're protecting a 3-point lead in the AFC Championship game? I blame Tomlin for this mindset more than anyone else, as I believe he's shown himself to be quite conservative in this later stanza of his career. But if I'm Matt Canada or Mitch Trubisky this week and I want to shut up all those narratives, I'm coming out swinging. So there you have it. 5 simple steps for the Steelers to get right against the New York Jets. What do you think? Love it? Hate it? I don't really care. I just want to hear your thoughts below. And if you like the channel, please do consider becoming a member here on YouTube or over on Patreon for some exclusive goodies. Here we go. If you're still here, please consider joining us as a member for exclusive perks. You can find the button below, and we'd really appreciate it if you can. Either way, make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on. See you next week.